Welcome to the Yeah We Know podcast, part of the More You Knows podcast network. You're in the ring with Jimmy, Chris, and Rod, and unfortunately, the first half of this podcast was, well, really marred by my microphone, so my fault on that one. It was Chris talking about unions and referees and Paul Heyman. We'll get to that next week, so be prepared for something fun. But, Rod, I want to talk about Ricochet. I want to talk about Braun Breaker. I want to talk about that landing after he was catapulted into the truck.
I could not believe that. I legitimately thought when Braun, I was right there. I was thinking of Braun Strowman for a second, but when he threw him up and he hit the truck and then hit the floor, I thought we were going to flash to commercials because of the way that he hit the floor. I was like, oh my God, they absolutely did not see it going like that. And he just broke his back and or neck. We've got to go to commercials. And then no, we absolutely did not have to. Ricochet gets up, walks himself over to a trailer, and then proceeds to get thrown through a car, which I said to you, and I want to stress this. I'm not saying it felt good for Ricochet to be sent through that car, but I believe that car had some cuts that were probably made on it. Some of the glass was ready to give way, and then it maybe even had an extra film on it so that none of the glass got stuck to them anywhere that we couldn't see. So it was rigged for that. But that floor wasn't rigged for that first throw that he took. I don't know how he survived.
How scared were you because Rod and I were texting back and forth a little bit here. You can't gimmick concrete that's in an actual parking garage.
Is it just me, or did that sound like a real death groan from Ricochet? After like what seemed like 30 seconds of him laying still on the concrete, and then you hear that come out like that's his final breath. Like, oh, that was. I gotta say though, I think Ricochet loved that. I bet you he loved going out like that. Loved going out in a situation where everyone's going to be talking about it for days and weeks and years to come.
Yeah. So Ricochet is heading out. Apparently, Samantha Irvin went with him in the ambulance. So I bet you it was kind of cool for her to say Ricochet. Did she say Ricochet's name one last time? I can't remember on the mic. I don't know if she did.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they don't typically give her a big time ring for just regular matches. Sometimes there usually needs to be a belt on the line for her to do a big one or the main event.
Yeah, so he's gonna go probably to AEW, New Japan, somewhere like that. Will Ospreay did a nice little he walked by a big kind of like a big column that said Ricochet on it in one of the cities that he was in. So I thought that was interesting. We'll see. It's gonna be some great matches for him. Wish him the best of luck. Hopefully everything works out for him. Braun Breaker, though, is going real fast, and he's doing real good. I think they are handling him the best they possibly can right now. Nothing.
Oh, no, you're 100% right. I mean, he is doing what, as a novice wrestling fan, I'll call myself, expects from a specimen like him when he's in the ring, to be running through people. And that's what he's doing right now. Literally running through people. I mean, that double spear that he gave Dragunov the other night, like once outside the ring and then the big one inside the ring, was just phenomenal. Literally running through people.
Rod, would you say Dragunov is your fourth favorite wrestler right now?
Oh no, Dragunov is he's easily my favorite wrestler right now, simply because you know how I like to say it has to be in the squared circle.
Gotcha.
So Charlotte Flair and Seth Rollins are currently not allowed to be up at the top. Roman Reigns as well, another one of my favorites, not allowed to be at the top right now because he is out of the squared circle. So
what about Tua Tagovailoa?
I've got to see a little bit more out of the Samoan quarterback brothers. I got to see a little bit more out of those guys. But no, Dragunov, you give me a promo by Dragunov, you give me one of those cuts where people are trying to show me how much he can do in the weight room and how dedicated he is to it. Like, just every inch of everything that comes off of Dragunov, I love. But Jimmy, can I please one dash of sour milk on the Braun Breaker story here, just to ask a question? Okay.
Yeah.
There are lots of physical specimens and great athletes and tough guys in the WWE. So the only problem I have when we're given a storyline like this is I'm like, well, how come all these other guys don't do this? And every single other guy that wants to do this could probably do it. And if all the guys acted this way, are we sure that Braun Breaker would be the guy that would come out on top and not somebody else who clearly seems to be a bigger dog in the yard? So while I love the storyline with Braun Breaker, it's just like, I also know it's fake, but like, okay, cool. This he's out of control and he's just pounding everybody down. Guess what? Every single person in that building can be out of control in a physical specimen.
No, they can't. That's the issue. That's the story, Rod. No one else can do that. Only he can do that. You may think people can do that, but they can't. It is Braun Breaker. He is the only one right now that they are pushing like that. He is the monster. And at some point, he is going to do this to Braun Strowman. And Braun Strowman will get destroyed by Braun Breaker.
What other big guy could do that move he did versus Ricochet the other week when he jumped up onto the top rope, flipped around upside down, and then threw Ricochet across the ring with his legs?
I think Otis could do that. I think Otis could probably pull that off. I think we could at least give Otis a chance, right? Maybe, but no, honestly, in all honesty, don't you think a guy that we don't really like might have a chance at that? And that's Austin Theory, because he's incredibly athletic and can do some pretty fancy things out there. Not nearly as stacked up as Braun Breaker, but I think he's got that kind of athletic ability.
No, I'm thinking more along the lines of the people like Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed, those big guys, Ivar. Like, those are the big guys who I think Jimmy's referring to.
Yeah, but Braun's not as big as those dudes. He's not as big as those dudes.
He's pretty darn close.
I mean, those guys are more, as Rod likes to say, girthy than Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is more just a solid, he's a linebacker, literally, and shorter than those guys a little bit, not as heavy, but really just compact, and that's what makes him so good. It really is.
No, it's fine, but where's it going though, Jim? All right, where's it going? Is he going to take this all the way to the top? Right? Is he going to not be okay with anything Adam Pearce tells him until he gets a shot at one of the champions? Or is he going to be like, oh, cool, I'm the Intercontinental Champion, or now I'm the U.S. Champion, or I'm in a tag team again with my guy Baron Corbin? Like, where's it going to stop? How?
Is he a face or a heel? Because if he's your heel, he should go all the way to the top. Because there's nothing better, as we've seen this year, than a white meat babyface trying to overcome a dastardly heel. Okay.
I'll tell you right now, I don't see him as number one heel in the company, personally. I like where he's at right now, but I don't see him as number one heel in the company type. He's probably better off as a babyface, ultimately.
He could be for sure. Speaking of babyfaces, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think I need him to be either. I really don't need him to be a babyface or a heel. And I'm perfectly fine being in a spot where he's at, where he's almost his own worst enemy, getting suspended, only getting back because someone wants a piece of him and he runs through him. Nothing's ever really on the line. He keeps getting in trouble. Like, I'm okay with that type of a storyline, at least for the time being.
So you know who'd be great for that? Ricochet. Too bad they're getting rid of Ricochet, because that was like every Ricochet storyline of the last 2 years you just described right there, Chris.
We have a premium live event. Do we know what time this is, by the way, on Saturday?
I believe it's 1 o'clock.
2.
In the
I thought
Midwest,
it was
is it 2?
2 Eastern.
Jimmy, continuing my tradition of having concerts somehow on days of Saturday afternoon pay-per-views, I will be at the Kenny Chesney Zach Brown Band show in Chicago and missing most of this live.
I will be at a softball tournament. Shocking, in Columbus.
At least
you're at softball and I'm at a concert. Those are both shocking things.
Softball in June is believable, Rod. All right. It's the softball in February and January we were kind of questioning.
I think we rightly questioned.
Yeah. And of course, we only have one game and it's at 4:00, which means we have to be there at 3 and we have to leave at 2. So that's when the PLE starts. Of course, on the PLE, we have the Women's Tag Team Championship, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, who actually had a match for the first time in about 6 months on Raw. And I
like these ladies, Jimmy. I like these ladies. I don't want to see them get busy. I don't want to see them not get. Oh well, that'd be another podcast.
Now, wait a minute.
I don't want to see them get buried. I don't want to see them get buried. All right, let's keep them involved in storylines. It's hard making heel female tag teams other than Damage Control. People are wearing thin on Damage Control. We need some Alba Fire and the other lady. I'm sorry, I forgot her name.
Isla Dawn. Chris, you want them to get busy or get beat?
I think you need Jada and the EST. The EST and Jada need to win this, right? And they need to be dominant because that's the story we're being told, right? Like,
yep.
There can't be any kind of denial there. So that's what's going to happen.
They'll win. I just don't want to see Alba and Isla. What's her name? Isla and Alba? Isla and Isla? Alba?
Yeah, Isla Dawn.
There you go. I don't want to see them only show up because we were across the pond, is all I'm saying, right? Like let's get a nice return match for them and get them involved in something.
It was such a quick match, though. I think Bianca and Jade are going to win that one, and well, we'll go on from there. Rod, you still there? Still with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. I got
She's
Bianca
so-
and Jade.
I think we got some connection thing going on, which is fine. No problem. We have Intercontinental Championship, Sami Zayn and Alpha Academy, let's be honest, versus Chad Gable. We're going to go to Rod last on this one. Chris, who you got in this one? Who's going to walk away?
I'm going to say Sami Zayn's going to walk away. Alpha Academy is going to crumble. We'll see Otis finally turn on Gable permanently. Sami still has the belt.
I'm going to say exactly the opposite of what you did. I think I've got Chad Gable winning the title here and Otis and Gable reaffirming their allegiance to each other. Rod.
Couldn't have said it better myself, my friend. That is absolutely what's going to happen here. Folks are going to be awfully, awfully mad and awfully, awfully disappointed in one Otis at the end of this match. And Chad Gable will finally be hoisting individual WWE gold. And I say applause to that because he has done fabulous work for years. He has endured terrible characters and he's doing some of his best work ever right now. And when someone does that, you reward them. And quite frankly, my guy Sami Zayn does much better work climbing the mountain than he does at the top of the mountain.
Rod, Bailey and Piper Niven. Piper Niven's going to get a great, great ovation. Who's going to win the match, though? And will it be a good match?
No, it won't be a good match, and Bailey will win.
I think it'll be better than we think. I think you're going to see a lot of the big spots from Piper. Bailey will come back. She'll definitely play babyface Piper, big heel here. But yeah, Bailey's going to win this match. There's no way Piper's winning it. Chris?
Yeah, part of me wants to root for Piper because I was a little bit surprised, I guess, happy. I don't know. Her little ring work with Bailey the other night wasn't bad to me. Like, I thought she did pretty well jawing back and forth with Bailey. So that gets me in her favor. So I am going to root for Piper. I don't have a history with Bailey except for Damage Control, and I'm not a fan.
I love the fact that you're actually just rooting for people. I think that's pretty cool.
I also
Chris,
love
really
Chelsea Green. I love Chelsea Green. So just continue to give me Chelsea Green. Let's figure out the Chelsea Green of it all here. Piper Niven is a way underrated wrestler, but Bailey.
Oh yeah, no question, very underrated. And something I don't think we've mentioned on the podcast, but we have the I Quit match for the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. And Rod, this is not Rod Damnation of the Week. It's the next show, but tell me your thoughts about I Quit matches.
I Quit matches are just so ponderous, man. They're so tedious. They're just, you get to the point where, again, as I spoke about a little earlier, all of these guys are portrayed as warriors. Nearly every one of them has participated in a storyline where I can't quit. I'll never give up. I'm going to bring it to you always and forever. So that an I Quit match goes completely against that. Whoever quits ends up looking like a fool. So you basically go into the match knowing you're not going to get a straight finish. And Jimmy, you said it the best, and I'll let you continue from here. But the only way you can win an I Quit match these days is to basically threaten someone's family.
Yeah, and we did see a little bit of AJ's kid on SmackDown the other week. So who knows what's going to happen there? Maybe he goes over to Cody's family, daughter, wife, something like that. Maybe just sits next to him and looks mean. I don't know. That may not be the best thing for him to do. But the thing that I hate, Chris, is after like a suplex, a referee with a microphone says, "Do you quit? Do you quit?" If they would do it right, where they just go, and at the very end, someone yells, "I quit, I quit." That's fine, but it just gets over and repetitive. It's overly repetitive, Chris.
Yeah, it does. That's why you're going to hear an announcement on Saturday, right before this premium live event kicks off.
I love you, man.
We all know Hunter Hearst Hemsley listens to the Yeah We Know podcast.
Yes.
We're going to hear him make an announcement being like, listen, for this and all future premium live events, we will be instituting a instant replay on all unorthodox, non-3 count matches. We will see this I Quit match where AJ Styles gets declared the winner because the referee believes that Cody said I quit. He gives the belt to AJ Styles. We come back on Monday with Triple H saying we have done the instant replay, and Cody Rhodes did not say I quit. And there we are. Welcome to the 21st century WWE.
So wait a minute. Who said I
Whoa.
quit then? Who said I quit?
Spinning.
Nobody, apparently.
No. Put it together. Put it together. Put the story together. Who's going to say I quit?
We're
Who's going to be under the ring saying I quit? Come on.
I don't know who's going to be under the ring. I don't think
him.
Me Chin.
Why not?
It's going to be Me Chin. It's actually going to be Me Chin.
I love it. Me Chin. How many times has Cody Rhodes said quit on microphone live
That's what he did with
in
Mankind.
the lead up to this? I bet you it's a lot. So I think that could be where they play a recording, kind of like they did with Mankind back in the day. That could definitely happen.
Our connections must be bad again, Jimmy, because I
Yeah,
said
I'm
this.
sorry.
That's about with Mankind and The Rock. But that was also an I Quit match. Another reason why you don't like him. That was when The Rock began to make a turn, because like literally we went into that match liking The Rock. And then by the end of it, we're like, oh my God, he just hit Mankind in the head with the chair 23 times. Like, hey man, enough's enough. And so like you came out of it feeling a little bit icky. Another reason I Quit matches, not good. I'm not happy about this happening in Scotland. I don't know. I mean, are they trying to go back to like Warrior Braveheart days here, Jimmy? Why are we doing an I Quit match?
I think that's why they're doing it. It's just something different. They want to give the illusion that there's a chance that Cody Rhodes loses. No one's picking Cody Rhodes to lose this.
I just did. AJ Styles
Damian
walking out of
Priest,
that
Drew
PLE with the belt.
Okay, but he's not going to lose though. He's going to end up winning because of your instant replay. Hey, you know what? I got Pete Dunne's name changed. Anything can happen. Okay.
Facts.
Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Chris King. Tell me what's going to happen and how much you're going to love every second of it.
I mean, this is
Dunne's name change.
this is what us Drew McIntyre
wrong.
fans have been wanting. We're going to have a straight up one-on-one match. No interference from some schlubs or some also rans that are in this faction. All right. It's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest one-on-one in Scotland. There can be no other scenario even thought of or dreamed of where Drew McIntyre doesn't come out on top in this. There'll be riots in Glasgow if Drew loses.
There actually might be riots if he loses.
Might be
Rod,
riots if he wins. You can't not do it because of riots. That's come on.
Yeah, there's gonna be riots if he wins too. What's the story here, Rod? How we gonna get CM Punk involved? What's going on?
That's exactly what's going to happen. All right. Is we are going to get some sort of another false finish, right? We are going to get CM Punk getting the best of Drew McIntyre again and driving Drew McIntyre even more and more crazy. And it is the one storyline in the WWE right now that they know has huge momentum, and they are going to keep stoking that fire until they ultimately pay it off, either at SummerSlam, maybe, depending on CM Punk's health, or maybe even later in the year, we'll try to milk it some more. I don't know, but I do not see a scenario where Drew walks out with the belt. Chris, I'm sorry. I scored merch from our guy first, and now I'm calling him our guy, but I don't see him walking out of there with the belt. And I also do not seeing it being a clean match, my friend. All right. I don't care what happened in the match before. There's no way the Judgment Day are going to get involved somehow, or a new member of the Judgment Day. Maybe this is my brutality. I mean, I don't know. You never know when the old Rhea might come back.
I was gonna ask, are we gonna see okay, so what's the next evolution in Liv and Dom? Are we gonna do a shower scene where Dom goes by their dressing room, she forgets the towel, he has to go take a towel to her? What's going on there?
I mean, it's got to be in the hotel room, right? Like that's
Well, Finn
where
took the
That's
key.
a long week. I know.
Finn took the key.
Finn's a dirtball.
he's trying to protect Dom.
Is he trying to protect Dom, or is he trying to be the one that goes in and gives
Listen,
Liv the towel?
I admitted it here. Jimmy asked it. I would prefer to kiss Liv over everybody else in the WWE. So, like, I get it.
Oh, Okay, I like that. Well, we
Do you
have.
think? Do you think it's possible that the demon showed up at Liv's room and not actually Finn Balor? Like, is that kind of like a workaround? You know what I mean? How they'd say like if it's like if it happened on a cruise ship or like in another state, like if Finn Balor just showed up as the demon and it wasn't actually him.
You're the alter ego. The alter ego is guilty, not you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anything to see the demon, right, Jim?
And with that, you've been listening to Yeah We Know podcast, part of the Morgan Knows Podcast Network. You're in the ring with the greatest transition of them all, Rod, Jimmy, and Chris.
Oh, and remember, friends, there is wrestling content available on Peacock. And if you've never checked out the show, this is awesome with my guy, Greg Miller. Pretty good stuff there. Nice highlights, nice, current day WWE superstars talking about fun stuff. If you're ever hard up for wrestling, nice little 45 minutes. Always fun episodes. Check it out over on the Peacock.
And Logan Paul, it's LA Night. Yeah.